Oh, but what about the mortadella? I hadn't even thought about that. Though I suppose you don't carry a good mortadella, do you, Ellie? Rose never will buy it here. Ruth Pinsky looked up from the deli case, eyes pinching with preloaded skepticism about the quality of my mostly pork fat, the small twist of her head sending the hairspray-regimented battalions of her hair helmet shivering. I took a small, twisted pleasure in noticing that her roots hadn't been touched up for at least a month, a half-inch of grizzled salt and pepper mounting a rear attack on the permed, brassy blonde front lines. I think it's excellent, mortadella, personally. Would you like to try a slice? I managed, hoping my gritted teeth looked something like a smile. That's probably best. Jimmy's so particular, and some of what I've brought back in the last few weeks really hasn't been up to par. Rictus in place, I bent to haul out the mortadella, sliced a paper-thin strip onto a piece of wax paper, and handed it across the counter to Ruth. She nibbled at it thoughtfully, as though she hadn't sampled every fucking deli meat we carried 5 times over. Actually, no, that's not fair. She never tried anything exotic, which apparently referred to the turkey and chicken options. No, I don't think so. Her mouth pinched with distaste as she finished the entire slice. Thank you, though. Of course. I glanced over my shoulder, not at all subtly, at the retro wall clock mounted on the black and white tiled wall that ran behind the deli counter. I don't mean to rush you, Mrs. Pinsky, but we're closing soon. Oh, of course. I suppose the spicy salami? I think Jimmy liked that last time. That sounds like an excellent choice, I said, reaching for the massive log of cured meat. And we'll always be here tomorrow if you want something else. Half a pound? She nodded, the skin around her eyes still twisted with a mix of disdain and vague worry. All this for half a pound of sandwich meat. A little less, actually. Jimmy's doctor told him to watch his weight. And yet, salami. I wonder, she murmured. I started up the slicer and pretended not to hear. Ruth Pinsky didn't know what she wanted on the best of days, and we just passed the 5 sample mark, so clearly this was not the best of days. The whirring of the machine almost managed to drown out the rhythmic thud in my ears, impatience raising my blood pressure. Within seconds, I was weighing the salami, wrapping it, handing it to Ruth. That'll be $5.92. I waited, tendons in my jaw tightening as she counted out the coins. And 92. She nodded curtly as she handed over the last penny. Thanks so much, Ellie. See you soon. Can't wait, Mrs. Pinsky. I managed to make a show of wiping the counter for 5 whole seconds before running after her to flip the sign to closed. Jesus fuck. Why was life filled with so many Ruth Pinskys?